The bloodshed in Israel continues as Hamas persists with their attacks. Now, given the secrecy behind the onslaught, you can't help but wonder where Hamas is getting their weapons.
The Israeli Defense Force has recovered an M16 from a terrorist vehicle, which you can see coming up here in some video. And now, Defense Intelligence of Ukraine is reporting that they're aware that Russian intel has already provided Hamas militants with U.S. and EU manufactured weapons that were supposed to be used in Ukraine.
Joining us now with reaction is former CIA operative Mike Baker, along with former Homeland Security Department advisor and Newsmax contributor Charles Marino and former New Jersey Superior Court Judge Andrew Napolitano. Judge, great to have you with us in studio. Now, you've said that it wouldn't surprise you if Hamas's weapons actually came from the United States and were originally intended to be used in Ukraine.
The reason it wouldn't surprise me is because Congressman Thomas Massie in the House and Senator Rand Paul in the Senate introduced legislation that would have imposed restrictions on the weapons that we were giving to Ukraine. Senator Schumer would not let it come to a vote in the House, and Speaker McCarthy would not let, in the Senate, Speaker McCarthy would not let it come to a vote in the Senate. Those restrictions would have included inspectors general to make sure that the weapons did not get in the hands of corrupt people who would sell them, but would get directly into the hands of the military. Bottom line, we have no control of what becomes of American weaponry once it leaves our hands in Poland or in Ukraine, wherever it's actually picked up. The Ukrainians are claiming, well, the Russians have done it, and the Russians are saying the Ukrainians have done it. We probably won't know the answer to this, but America should have more controls on where our military equipment ends up.
Mike, let's bring you in here. Expand on that. What do you think? Is it possible for Ukraine or Russia to get those weapons down there?
Absolutely. Look, I worked the gray arms market for a fair while, and it's a very robust marketplace. It is not difficult to get significant hardware out there and move it around to wherever you want it to be. So this doesn't actually surprise me in any way. Look, our bigger concern rather than this is, the funding and the resource and resupply from Iran. That's really where the biggest problem lies in terms of Hamas. And when you ask the question, where are they getting these weapons? And frankly, a lot of their stockpiles now are homegrown. On the rocket side of the missiles that they're launching, they've developed the ability to manufacture these within Gaza because the Iranians provide the technical know-how and support and raw materials at times.
Charles, Antony Blinken, Secretary of State, has said there's no evidence that Iran has been directly involved. A lot of experts and analysts saying that's absolutely preposterous. What do you say?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely ridiculous to put that forward. Of course, Iran signed off on this. Of course, they helped with the training, with the funding, as Mike said. I think to say otherwise is an insult to the people of Israel and the United States here. Look, I think the president made some good remarks, necessary remarks regarding our unwavering support of Israel and also the protection of remaining Americans over there and acknowledge those that have unfortunately lost their lives. One important thing I want to draw attention to is that he did not mention was what are we doing here at home to safeguard Americans? Look, Israel is our #1 ally in the region.
Right.
With that comes risks here at home. And what I can tell you is, unlike what happened in Israel, the United States has been infiltrated the past 2.5 years, not by force, but by invitation.
That's right.
From the Biden administration. So we don't know exactly who's in our own country. I think the threat posture here in the country should be upgraded to elevated based on the hatred that Iran has not only for Israel but for the United States. And we need to put special protections in place, especially for the Jewish people here in the country.
All right, Charles Marino, thank you so much. Mike Baker and also Judge Napolitano, please stick around. We appreciate all of your insights. Thank you.